right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
All right, good morning everyone. We are back here for another video. So let's go ahead and jump right into it as we take a look firstly at your radar picture. And I put a loop on the picture to give you guys an idea of what we had overnight and then this morning and what we have currently. So there's been a lot of activity overnight. Last night we had flash flood warning in Sioux Falls. We had a thunderstorm that developed right in Sioux Falls, and it caused some issues. We had 1 to 2 inches of rain that fell. We had some hail that fell last night in the Sioux Falls area. And then the activity continued, eventually died out, and then more activity kind of hung around the area and then expanded. We had an expansion of activity. We had a lot more rain showers overnight and some rumbles of thunder in there as well embedded. And now, as you can see, all of this activity moving north. So as you can see, Pierre, Aberdeen right now is experiencing a lot of that rain, and then up towards Watertown overnight into the morning hours. And then Sioux Falls, currently we're in a break. We had more showers this morning. Right now we're in kind of a break period, but it looks like there is more activity to the south that we'll have to entertain as we go throughout the day. So looks like Sioux Falls throughout the day there will be a 60 to 70% chance of rain. Iowa as well, there is also rain showers going on in Iowa as well, as you can see there. Current picture, again, Mason City down to Des Moines, down towards Omaha, there is that rain and isolated thunderstorm activity, and then towards North Platte there, Chadron, and there's some scattered rain showers throughout our entire coverage area, our Quad State area. So that was the story, and it continues to be the story, is the rain and thunderstorms hanging around our area. They're not moving very fast either. All of this activity is not moving very fast, and in no rush to get out of here. So with that, let's take a look at your temperatures real quick, and we do have some chillier air. This is a change of pace. We got 66 in Sioux Falls, 66 as well in Aberdeen, 63 in Pierre, 64 out in Rapid, 57 in Custer. Into Nebraska, 61 in North Platte, 61 in Valentine, 70 in Grand Island, 68 in Omaha, and then into Iowa, a little bit warmer, 79 in Cedar Rapids, 75 in Des Moines, 70 in Carroll, 64 in Mason City, and then into Minnesota, 75 in the cities, 68 in Marshall, 75 in St. Cloud, 70 in Alexandria, and 72 in Fairmont. It's a beautiful morning temperature-wise, but again, we have that rain kind of hanging around. Right now it's just cloudy and somewhat chilly in Sioux Falls. But overall, not bad. Not a bad start to your day. So we will go over what to expect, what you can expect today and the rest of the work week. But first, let's hear a brief word now from our sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
All right, so as we take a look at the latest on the HRRR model, as we play this out for you, we do have, again, some things to talk about with this forecast. as we play this out. Again, this activity expected to continue for the rest of the day, and it probably will expand, especially in the Sioux Falls area. There'll probably be more activity popping up, rain and thunderstorm activity, but not expected to be severe, however. And as you can clearly see where that low pressure is sitting. It's sitting there in south central South Dakota, kind of near Pierre, Winter areas there. That's kind of where that low is sitting. And spinning, as you can see, it's clearly spinning, and that's why we have these rain and thunderstorms. And then for tomorrow, it will continue. Rain and thunderstorm activity, very spotty but scattered in nature there. And that will continue tomorrow as well, and then it'll continue into Friday as well. Looking at the European model, giving us a little bit different view here. Again, today, dealing with the rain and thunderstorm activity. Tomorrow, same story, hanging around our area. And then Friday, same story. Our eastern areas, Iowa, Minnesota, and eastern South Dakota there, impacted. Eastern Nebraska. And then Saturday, we'll finally see it move out of our region into eastern Minnesota, eastern Iowa. Looks like on Saturday. Other than that, the rest of the region will be dry. And then Sunday, could be some activity, maybe Sunday morning, early afternoon there, Sioux Falls area. Well, some we'll keep an eye on, of course, but after that, not really seeing a whole lot there. And then we'll see what happens. Maybe by this upcoming Monday, could be another system coming through there, South Dakota, Nebraska. That is possible, of course. We will keep a close eye on that for you. That would take us out to the 22nd. That's 5 days from now, and we'll see what happens. But in any event, we're looking at a much more active pattern than what we've been seeing the last month or so. We've been more quiet, not really having to deal with much rain or thunderstorm activity, and it does look like we're going to pick back up. So that is what we're seeing. Now, if we look at our temperatures, again, playing this out today, not really seeing much warm temperatures. We're seeing 60s to low 70s. That is the forecast. And then tomorrow, same story. Maybe a few locations even in the 50s in central South Dakota. Otherwise, 60s and 70s again. And then on Friday, 60s and 70s once again in the forecast. And then Saturday, same thing, 60s and 70s. Sunday, 60s and 70s. Maybe a few low 80s out west and south. But that is your forecast. And then on Monday, 50s in the west, 60s and 70s in the east. So really that's the theme of this forecast. We're not really seeing much of a temperature roller coaster this time around. We are looking at a more steady temperature outlook where we have temps in the 60s and 70s mainly for our region. And lastly, let's take a look at your 10-day forecast. Today, again, rain, low 70s for a high, And then tomorrow, we will have more rain in the forecast as well. We got that 60 to 70% chance of rain today and tomorrow. And overnight lows in the upper 50s to low 60s. Temperatures will be in the low 70s. And then Friday, in the upper 60s for a high there, and we'll start to clear things out. And we'll see more clouds than sun. And then same thing on Saturday, although a little bit warmer, mid-70s for a high, and more clouds than sun. Overnight lows in the mid-50s, and then we're finishing out your weekend there. 80 degrees forecasted on Sunday with some sun. And again, overnight lows in the 50s, and then next week looking like temps near 80, and mix of clouds and sun. Then for the Aberdeen area, we are looking at, again, 60s in the forecast with rain and thunderstorm chances over the next few days. Overnight lows in the 50s. And then we'll warm it up a little bit for the weekend with temps in the low to mid 70s with more sun and clouds. And then 70s next week, overnight lows in the 50s and more sunshine. And then for the Pierre area, 60s next few days with rain. And then overnight lows in the 50s, and then looking at 70s to low 80s by your weekend, and then 70s and low 80s next week, and overnight lows in the 50s, and looking at more clouds and sun than rain. And then for the Rapid City area, 60s next couple days with rain in the forecast. Overnight lows in the 50s, and then 70s for your weekend, and maybe 80s by Sunday with more sunshine in the forecast. Overnight lows, again, 50s to low 60s, and next week, 70s and 80s with more sunshine. So that's going to do it. Also, this 10-day outlook is sponsored by Black Venom Outdoors and the Gatekeeper Security and Fence. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to give it a like, thumbs up, and subscribe for more. And we will be back for another video in the coming days, as always. And we're always active on our Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube pages. And again, be sure to subscribe for more, and we will be back. Have a great day.